truth sees all.
Please watch till the end. The military giving full credit to Angel's testimony in Las Vegas. Listen up.
Where that 911 call originated, the home where the report was that there were big green men and a big crash out in front. So Nancy, you had a chance to actually talk to the family members today. They're so skittish. They don't want to go on camera, but you talked to them. What did they say?
Yeah, they refused an interview request, but I did talk to Angel. He is the teenager you hear in that 911 call. I also spoke with his father. I can tell you they are both skittish, they're anxious, and they're scared. And the family is basically in lockdown inside their house. They've shut down. They claim they're being threatened by people who, are accusing them of engaging in an elaborate hoax, which they deny. They have stuck by their story that something happened in this backyard, that there were creatures out there. And, in talking with people around here, it wasn't just Angel who saw it. His brothers saw it, and his father also came out and saw it. And I, met Angel, I met his father. They seem like reasonable people. He seems like a nice kid, and it seems like a very nice family here. So,
okay,
there you go.
So that's intriguing. I mean, the plot thickens. Talk to me a little bit about what you're learning about the streak in the sky. It was caught on the police body cam. Perhaps that ring cam also captured something, because it sounded like a whizzing, whistling, crashing sound. What are you hearing about it?
Yeah, there seems to be consensus that there was a meteorite that night. But was there something else? Because we're hearing of something streaking from east to west, but also from west to east. And I can tell you that there's an entire community of people around here who do not discount what this family is saying. I spoke with someone today. His name is Ryan Burns. He is a podcaster. He is the founder of Space Wolf Research. He actually headed out yesterday on a boat out to Lake Mead, spent the entire day out there with a source that I also met today. They were searching for anything unusual because there were reports of possibly something being shot down or pieces of a non-human craft falling into Lake Mead, and also suspicious activity out there. But take a listen to this, because he said there's all kinds of credible chatter that warranted further investigation.
Absolutely, the sources that we're getting it from are 100% credible. They are not only former military intelligence in many cases, but still have connections to people that are boots on the ground actually involved with this case. Lake Mead, we are hearing that there was sightings by people around the lake who witnessed what appeared to be a lot of military vehicles that were around the lake looking for something, and posted up for quite some time directly after this event.
And does military activity lend itself to the claims of the Pentagon whistleblower of some kind of covert military activity? Also, the streak in the sky. We spoke to the American Meteor Society, who says the body cam video, that green ball, they're almost certain it was a meteor.
Shout out Beyond Mystic was supposed to have me on to talk with that Las Vegas kid. I'm telling you, Angel, well, he's definitely, and his family are going to get threats. That's how it is. It's a sad situation. I've been threatened to death. They try to locate your family. They try to find any little nitpicky thing that you've done in your life, like drunk driving, anything, to try to bring it out to tarnish or defame you. Well, if you actually did it, it's not defaming, it's actually true. But this is downgrading what's actually happening. And I'm telling you, they're going to downgrade this, but you can hear at the end that they had to admit the military said it was credible because of the certain things that he mentioned. Don't forget, they're not going to tell you, but even me, when they looked at my UFO, this one right here, when they asked me about it, I told them about it. They saw what I filmed, and they know certain things. They know if you're lying too, because they're looking for a particular craft or not. But the plot in Las Vegas is thickening. That won't be the first encounter. So they're saying it's meteors. They even had a guy at the end of this report to start explaining that, it was meteors that were reported by several people. Don't forget, the police saw that object, and then the 9/11 call with creatures in the guy's yard, and now they're being threatened. So I assure you, it's real. So the plot thickens. Bancini Crater City. Where do you think they're hiding all the vehicles that the government are flying around with? Because this is the scenario. This is the situation in the UFO community. Now we have phenomena. We have alien craft. We have off-world, on-world craft, both human and alien, and foreign nations. The plot thickens. Well, news coming out. This is Global News that posted it. World's first electric manned flying saucer takes flight. Yes, in China. The world's first electric flying saucer can hold up to, a person or a couple of people inside. I think it's one person, and it goes up to 200 meters. It was in development for 3 years. Is the government coming out with their UFO technology? Don't forget, the government has been flying around with off-world craft for many years after having back engineered. So China makes a moon, a sun, and now sellable UFOs. The plot thickens. At the NASA hearing.
This is an example of one that I showed at the hearing recently. This is a spherical orb, metallic, in the Middle East, 2022, by an MQ-9. I will come back to the sensor question that David raised here in a moment. This is a typical example of the thing that we see most of. We see these all over the world, and we see these in and making very interesting apparent maneuvers. This one in particular, however, I would point out, demonstrated no enigmatic technical capabilities and was no threat to airborne safety. While we are still looking at it, I don't have any more data other than that. This is a newly released video. You'll notice there are 2 dots moving back and forth. There is a plane at the bottom that's moving across the screen, and now there are 3 dots moving back and forth. The moving back and forth is from the sensor and the platform that's collecting it. This is a P3 on a training mission in the Western United States. They picked these up and they tried to intercept and was unable to intercept them. The reason they couldn't catch them is because after further analysis, it was shown that those objects were actually much farther away from the P3 than they thought. And in fact, when we went even deeper, looked at air traffic control data, we were able to match those to aircraft on a major flight corridor heading into a major airport for landing. This is the kind of thing that can spoof and or provide pilots as well as sensors.
Anomalous characteristics. What numbers are we talking about?
Time of my open hearing, we were at 650 cases-ish. Hearing, we were at 600.
Talking about how big is your data?
At the time of my pilots as well as sensors.
Anomalous characteristics. What numbers are we talking about? How big is your data?
At the time of my open hearing, we were at 650 cases-ish. We are now over 800. Analytics will report out. But the numbers I would say that we see are possibly really anomalous are less than single-digit percentages of that total database. So maybe 2 to 5-ish%.
That it is really disheartening to hear of the harassment that our panelists have faced online all because they're studying this topic. NASA stands behind our panelists, and we do not tolerate abuse. Harassment only leads to further stigmatization of the UAP field, significantly hindering the scientific progress and discouraging others to study this important subject matter.
Thank you, Archie Bunker's wife. Muchas gracias, amigos. Thank you very much, everyone. Merci beaucoup. Ladies and gents, thanks so much, everyone. See you in the comment section. Thanks for being here. Everyone, thanks for the generous contributions, and thanks for watching the videos.
Aliens are up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are landing on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.